Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Hello my dear and esteemed students to a new lesson number 9, the second part of it, the father of science fiction. Let's continue doing the tasks and exercises in this lesson, but here in this section number 2, we will deal with the workbook. Let's do the first task, number A. Read the text. Complete the sentences about the story. Number 1. Henry and his uncle were standing. The crater was shaped like. They were planning to. Henry wasn't looking forward to. And number 5, he thinks that going down into the crater is like. Here, as you have noticed, my students, we have to complete these sentences, but before completing them, we have to read the story. I will read it now. My uncle looked at me with a proud and triumphant glance. A crater, he said. Do you hear? I did hear, but I was totally unable to make a reply. The crater of Mount Sniffles was an inverted cone. The gaping hole, half a mile across. The depth, indefinite feet. What must this hole have been like when full of flame and thunder and lightning? The bottom of the funnel-shaped hollow was about 500 feet in circumference, by which it will be seen that the slope from the summit to the bottom was very gradual. We were therefore clearly able to get there without much fatigue or difficulty. I compared this crater to an enormous loaded cannon. The comparison completely terrified me. Descending into the interior of cannon, I thought to myself, when it could go off at the least shock, is the act of a madman. I felt like the lamb led to the slaughter. Now, after reading this text or this story, we can come back to the sentences to be completed. Number 1. Henry and his uncle were standing. They were standing at the top of a crater. At the top of a crater. Number 2. The crater was shaped like. The crater was shaped like an inverted cone. An inverted cone. 3. They were planning to. They were planning to go down into the crater. 4. Henry was not looking forward to. Henry wasn't looking forward to descending into the crater. And finally, number 5, he thinks that Going down into the crater is like entering a cannon. It's like entering a cannon. Now, after doing this exercise, we can see the answers here. The first one at the top of crater, second an inverted cone, third go down into the crater, 4 descending into the crater, and 5 entering a cannon. You can write them down in your books, my dear students. Now after that we have exercise number B on page number 35. What does the expression at the end of extract mean? And is there a similar expression in Arabic? Here the expression is, I felt like the lamb led to the slaughter. I felt like the lamb led to the slaughter. So what does this expression mean? This expression means that I felt as a prey that is hunted or killed and eaten by another. I felt as a prey that's hunted or killed and even eaten by another. And is there a similar expression in Arabic? Yes, sure. There is a similar expression in our language, Arabic. Practice number 3 in the following page, 36. Think about what you have learned about Jules Verne in lesson number 9 on course book page 62. Then rewrite these sentences beginning with the phrase that is given. You can't walk to the center of the earth. It's impossible. We can rephrase it by saying, it's impossible to walk to the center of the earth. We have the following sentence, I can't believe that people can enter a volcano. It's hard to believe that people can enter a volcano. The third one. Science fiction authors can invent fantastic stories. It's easy for them. We can rephrase or rewrite it as follows. It's easy for science fiction authors to invent fantastic stories. The following one. Jules Verne imagined that there was a lake in the center of the earth. It's ridiculous. So it becomes, it's ridiculous to imagine that there is a lake in the center of the earth. And the last sentence, everyone enjoys reading about dangerous journeys. It's enjoyable to read about dangerous journeys. Now, after doing this exercise orally, my students, we can see the answers in front of us, so you can copy and rewrite them in your workbooks, and after that we can conclude our lesson, the second part of this lesson number 9, And finally, I want to wish you good time, so have a good time. And finally, goodbye.